Welcome to episode 62 of iRacing Rush. For the first time, we'll be racing at Texas Motor Speedway, and we get to do some of the Indy cars. Of course, this track was awesome for IndyCar racing, even though it wasn't so much for NASCAR. And even though the track is gone from the IndyCar schedule today, iRacing still put in anyway for this season of IndyCar racing, which is cool. But first, we have to qualify. Gotta exit carefully. The setup on this car is really loose, mainly because 1 and 2 with the decreased banking makes the car a lot more tight, and the tires will wear out more. Gonna use some weight jacker to get through the turn better. Then we'll bring it back down on exit. You really have to, or else the car is going to get sideways and potentially spin out on you. But we'll keep using this outside lane, and then second lap will be the actual one we'll put on the qualifying sheets. Really good exit there. Handled really well in that turn as well. I expected it to be a lot more tight like in practice. Across the line, we put in a 24.170, and it's good enough of a pole right now. Pace car will roll off at any moment, and somehow our time is good enough of a pole. Mason Piper was able to get into the top 3 with his late time, 24.246. And you might have also noticed we got some new paint on this car, changed up the paint scheme a bit because Heatwave was added in as a sponsor on iRacing. You can now put on the cars. If you don't know what Heatwave is, it is a company which makes sunglasses, really good ones. In fact, I tried their pairs out before and they're awesome. Even got myself a pair one time when I went on vacation to the beach. Great sunglasses, and I think that's more than enough to get a spot on my IndyCar. Logitech, though, will stay around as one of my NASCAR sponsors. Of course, in the truck series, we have the Logitech Chevy Silverado. As for the top 5 in this race, it is second, Daigoro Sato. Third, Mason Piper. Fourth, Maverick Walker. Row 3 will be Nicholas Meyer and Axel Avila.
Get ready. All right, man.
Pace car's in the pits. Gonna try to get the jump on the field. We go early and it's green flag. And you probably saw on exit of 2, the car got a bit sideways, a little floaty out there. But that's the thing about this setup. Trying to combat the tightness in 1 and 2 just makes the car a lot more loose on exit. So, whether you're running in dirty air, clean air, using weight jacker or not, gotta be very careful on exit. And we already have a caution on lap 2. Not many people in this race already. 13 cars. You think with less people there'd be less wrecks, but already got a very early caution. Maverick Walker out of it, Cameron Pfeiffer, Chance Campbell, all of them are out. Forgot to mention another driver that was involved in the wreck, Victor Amoroso. And not to mention he's now left the race, so has Cameron. They're pretty much done. And now we only have 9 cars on the lead lap, and I am thinking about that number as we go through the race. Tires are going to get worn out. Tire strategy might play a factor. And we go green again at Texas. Already a large gap to third place back there. Mason Piper in second, trying to hunt me down. Once again, backing off in 1 and 2 because I want to save the tires. Don't want to turn too much. Gonna protect the inside as Mason Piper closes in. He closed in on me again heading into turn 1, but as again you see there, turn 2. Car getting loose. My goodness, what is with the car at that? Turn 2. That felt even worse. This is kind of like NASCAR at Homestead, just the slightest bit more throttle in the turns, the car is going to turn into an skates and wreck out on you, or Darlington, any one of the two, as we have some smoke back here. I think Victor Masami wrecked out, and there was no caution for that though. He's now left, and it's now 8 cars on the lead lap. Right there again, turn 2, problematic, got tied and then loose as soon as we got the exit. So Mason uses that to try and get a good run on us. It's now 3 seconds to third place. So it's basically a match race between me and Mason. And I think we have another one who's actually having damage, Zachary Chasen. So another one down. 7 on the lead lap. The more this happens to other cars, that's less positions we have to worry about losing if we ever have to come to a pit stop. Mason sending it high as we reach halfway. My goodness, I'm so worried this car is going to turn into a sprint car out of nowhere and just send me flying. But exiting lower there, car feels more stable, so I guess the key is not exit the corner as high, because of course you have that hump high up on the exit of turn. It gets worse the higher up you go. Right there, car feels more stable. We're going to make Mason go the long way around again in 3 and 4. Let's see how much he has to back off though, because even with cleaner air, there's just not a lot of grip on the higher side. It is getting a bit nerve-wracking here as Mason now not chasing after the slipstream. I went down low to try and break it off. Maybe he's timing his run for later. 5 seconds back now to third. Inside the final 10 laps. It's still a 2-horse race between me and Mason. Mason, though, is a bit farther back, though, at certain points compared to earlier. Doesn't mean, though, that his car's actually letting go of him. As you can see, he still closes in on the straights. I think it's all about timing the run. Eight laps to go at Texas. Mason with another run. He looks high. Having to back off a little bit. Part tightness, part loose again. All because of that one turn. And here's Mason with a huge run. He still doesn't have enough, though, to make it work on the outside as... he's probably been playing this out, because look at that. Gotta hope we have enough into turn 1, and then get a better exit out of 2. Much better. We're now gonna have 5 laps to go right here. I can feel the tire wear on the right front starting to play a role. But Mason, again, not taking the slipstream. He is... I seriously don't get the plan of his. Now he's following it. We're going to be within 3 laps to go as we cross the line. If a caution were to come out right now, it'll actually end the race, because there's no overtime in IndyCar. Probably the way it should be in NASCAR too, but depends who you ask. Two to go at Texas. It is side by side again. Reaching the final lap right here. Huge run for Mason. Trying to slow down a bit more. But who has it better through 3 and 4? Mason not taking the slipstream again, and I think that's going to cost him. Checkered flag at Texas.
Good race, good win. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mason. That was awesome racing with you too. Oh, my fingers are now sore. You know that was a hectic battle when your fingers are sore. We had our celebration. Let's go to Las Vegas. And here we are in Las Vegas. Hopefully we can turn this into another double win for us. And of course, as an intermediate track, Las Vegas is easy to figure out, but there are definitely some challenges along the way, such as like perfect arc in the corners, which lines to run in qualifying. And so far, there isn't really like a clear answer. Like, I tried multiple ways, but got very similar times, like, all the time. So, I'm just gonna go into this, try to do things my way, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. Cross the line. We're gonna try to warm the tires up on the outside. Use this to keep the momentum up. Car is very grippy in these turns, but at the same time, when you change the steering pinion, you have to be really careful with how the car snaps on you. Final lap. Trying to sail around 1 and 2. Basically almost flat out. Basically no need for brake. 3 and 4 though is different. As you can see, there was a bit of braking I had to use, which is, I think for me, it's normal. But across the line, what are we going to get? 4, 7, 9, and it's good enough for 4th. I'll definitely take it. Like, not much experience with the track. And as we try to move into higher splits, I'm definitely not expecting poles, but if we still qualify in the top 5, I'll definitely take it.
You can change your height in the car? Yes, sir.
You just figure that out.
All you gotta do is
Anyways, we
Yeah,
still
you can
qualified
change
4th,
your
so we got a great qualifying position. We're gonna be on the outside.
Up and down and
Sean in the 11 car got the win, or got the pole, sorry. Kyle Robinson starting next to him on the outside.
And you can also change your pitch, so like you can look more up or more down.
I thought that was coming for like everyone to do on this platform, but
Get ready.
I guess some people here haven't realized it.
Shift bracket and control bracket.
Pace cars now win.
Here we go, good luck.
Green flag in Las Vegas. Let's see if we can get lucky tonight. Not the start I was hoping for, but we still have a long way to go. So we're down in 6th. Already got some crazy racing up ahead as we try to get past David again. I thought everyone would be more conservative out here in regards to the tires, but they are already pushing it hard. And trying to keep up with them, like, is tire wear just not a concern around here? Like, every cup race, I feel like it's turning into, like, you have to conserve all the way around, time your battles carefully. They're still side by side for the lead ahead. I thought experimenting with the lines would change something, but I guess the outside does not have any grip right now. We're going to try to stick to the bottom, at least in 1 and 2.
I don't know if I suck or if I'm getting arrow loose.
Right now, I don't know what to do.
some talk about, of course, aero and dirty air. It can play a factor when you get close to someone. Of course, when you have low horsepower cars on an intermediate track, they become more aero dependent. The 6 is now dropping back. He originally started second, now down to 5th. Ryan struggling with his car too. He's down at 7th, and oh, we have contact ahead as well. Trying to clear the 6, but I think I caught dirty air from a 14, and that's why the car went up on me. Really hope that right front tire isn't getting beat up quickly. Once again, trying this outside because I'm trying the inside on the 6 car, and now both lines are not helping me close in. Contact between the 6 and 11.
That's me, Adam. I'm having to roll 3 and 4.
Because of dirty air on both ends, I'm going to try like a little bit of a sweeper there, and it didn't freaking work. I'm in the wall. No damage though, which is good. We might get clear of the 11, but we're getting a bit tight. We're going to need to clear him in 1 and 2. And just like that, we're back in the top 5. Ooh, I was a little loose, and Seth's back. Hits the wall. Almost crashes the car, but he keeps it alive. Even got a good run on Kyle Robinson as we try to get 4th. He hits the wall too. I was going to leave space on the outside, but he already scrubbed off speed with that. Six is going to go low. Try to use that lower line, but we're going to have a better exit here. Hopefully we'll have the same in 3 and 4 as they continue to battle hard in the top 3.
I think I was going to find my groove. I was trying to race through traffic. I was going to get my groove, you know what I mean?
Clear again into 4th. That's Christopher, who got a bit tight on exit, forced to back off and let Thomas have the lead. David is going to try to take advantage as well, as we're kind of looking around to see which line is the grippiest. This middle lane might have a case. Oh, and it's going to be contact between 2nd and 3rd, and Thomas got loose. He's still wrecking and spinning. Luckily, we don't run into the 23, and we somehow get promoted to 2nd.
23, that was real unnecessary. I passed you real clean.
David not locking that move by Christopher.
Oh, that was you.
Oh, and he is sending it hard on me. Well, that was never going to work. And now he's under pressure from Sean in the 11.
16, I wasn't trying to be a d***. I was following you for a couple laps. It was way slower.
Closing in on David as we reach lap 18. We have a decent run. I'm still thinking about the tires. The race has been surprisingly clean, no cautions, so I'm wondering if we got to go long turn here, then it's probably better to look after the tires. and not try to go for moves too much. We're also going to try this outside line again because the inside might be running out of grip. Not going to lie though, 14 is really nailing 1 and 2 down.
There ain't nothing on the bottom.
That's what I was thinking. I was losing grip down there in 1 and 2. Just lost I lost a bunch of time on that one lap.
I don't know, I'm running pretty good at the bottom of 1 and 2, not 3 and 4 though.
We're going to try to set sail on the outside. 14's going to block, but we're going to send it low. And we are leading at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Finally leading our first lap. Now let's see if we can hold on to this long term. Nope, nope, no! Why is the car loose? What's wrong with this frickin' thing? How did it suddenly get loose in the turn? Well, that's frickin' brilliant. All that time lost. It was all for nothing. But that time, though, it didn't want to spin out. God, I can't. Frick. I'm trying not to drive angry, but...
Getting a little loose, boys.
We're querying
Come on,
Sean.
I'm at the bottom of 1 and 2, that's the only time I get loose.
But as we reach halfway soon, we need a way to get back at David and still think about how much grip these tires have left. Wonder if we'll have a caution soon, and we could probably use that to come in and take advantage of the leaders. And here we are, halfway home. 7-10 still separate me and David Hickson. I can't tell if it's dirty air or something else playing, but I'm trying to run the same lane as David, but it doesn't have the same result for me, even though we kind of closed in a 10th there. 1 and 2 is way more consistent than 3 and 4 for some reason. David's going to get a bit wide on exit, and that's going to help us close in a bit more. Oh, 14's going to go wide here. Gonna go low. We're back on top.
Thanks for scaring the shit out of me.
And now that we're back out in front, we can start worrying about protecting the tires. And maybe not spin out at turn 2 again. Kyle Robinson is also kind of making a charge. He's closing in on both of us. I got Titan 3 and 4 again, and now Kyle is now past David for second.
In the middle, just pick up like that.
Kyle might be back on the charge. And we had Smoke back there, and Fernando was going kind of slow. Wonder if he got loose out of 2.
Sorry, 14, I had to get out of it.
These right fronts are going to have nothing left at the end of this race.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for a caution.
Me too.
I want to see it go to the end.
And Kyle must have noticed that as well.
I'm tired of dying.
Because if he's much faster than us, even in dirty air, then obviously he's been saving his tires. As I expected we should have been.
How much more could you want?
I hope the leaders didn't actually bait me into pushing harder. Whoa, I got loose again there. Probably pushing too hard in 1 and 2. And that's just going to leave the door open for Kyle, is it? $14 to go. Kyle is still stalking hard behind. He's waiting for his moment, but as long as we can navigate the turns, I hope there's nothing we have to worry about. He looks slow.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying everything.
He's... Oh, we're both tight. Yep, I'm feeling the tire kick in. It's now going to be 10 to go at the line.
I'm coming, Brandon.
Just trying to use the brakes accordingly to try and slow down the car more, maybe save some pressure on the tires. And we have another one loose. That's Garrett Grimm. Oh, now he's going to give us dirty air. Wasn't really nice, dude. But somehow this car is still keeping up. Kyle has been like within half a second of us pretty much at like at least 5 or no, maybe 10 laps. And there's a tire notification. We're now at 8 to go. I don't know what the heck he did there to have that much more speed on me, but clearly it's working. It's like some weird sweeper he's able to pull off. And here's a lap car. Steph's back. I wonder if he took new tires and that's how he's able to pass us so quickly. And Kyle suddenly lost a whole bunch of time. I don't know why. Oh, and 2 of them are in the wall. Rick and Garrett. Steph is going to try to get past all of them.
Easy, Brandon.
There's another one down. 6 to go. The gap has opened to 6/10 as Seth and Garrett battle hard for 23rd. A position that means nothing, but this could get entertaining right here. Seth is now pulling away from Garrett. 5 laps to go, and the gap is now 0.8 seconds.
Man, Brandon got them right, son.
Just gotta hope there's no caution here. If I remember correctly, if it happens right now, then we're going to be forced to go to overtime. We're now at 4 laps to go, still 8/10 between me and Kyle Robinson. Ryan Sanford Jr. is now in 3rd. I don't know how long that's been. Got a bit tight right there, pushed it too much. But the gap still opens, 1.2 now. Three laps to go. And somehow after all this time, we're still working the middle line really well. Out of turn 4. One more lap at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We have gone green all the way around. Had to take the lead
See
twice
what I mean? See what I
to
mean?
be here. And we have over a second advantage.
Checking at the white line. I had to back it up about
No one around to disturb this. All we need is a clean run through 3 and 4.
Oh, big dog. I didn't touch you.
And the checker flag is out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The gamble pays off. We take the win.
Good race, guys.
Man, Brandon, that was some of the most fun I've had in a while, dude. Thanks for racing me so clean.
27, you are absolutely just brain dead stupid.
Ooh, Brandon is not happy
Very
with
ashamed.
the 27. Also, I've noticed this when I was going into the replay. My right front is scuffed.
At all.
I can only assume that I think one of the taps on the wall scuffed it up. And as I looked at the tire data, the tires, of course, affected most of the right side, and they're about like 60% worn off. So like only 40% life left on them. So these tires were basically not wanting anything to do with his race anymore, and yet still we continue to find a way to find the right line, pull away, even with extra pushing, which I'm surprised we were able to do and have the tires actually hold up well. So something about this track is helping the tires stay alive longer. And there you have it for this episode of iRacing Rush. We pull off the double INDYCAR at Texas, NASCAR Cup Series at Las Vegas. If you want to see more iRacing content like this and are looking forward to Round 8 of esports qualifying at Bristol, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel. And I'll see you all another time.